Hi. Give it a second to load. I'm gonna be sharing this out. If you're just finding me, I will be doing Lemurian Starsight Oracle cards today. They're some of my favorite lately. Give me a minute to pull this up and find this video. Just go ahead and drop a comment if you're gonna want a card. I'm going to talk a little bit about December's energy. We have a lot of energy expected this month, so I'm going to do a little bit of a kind of December energy forecast today. Make sure you guys share this out. Give me a second to do the same. So take a second, share this out. Go ahead and drop a comment if you're going to want a card. I'm about to get started. I just did a video also in my Awakening to Ascension class space on grounding. I thought it was really helpful seeing the current kind of ascension energies as they're coming in. So if you missed that video, there is a group section on this page with the groups that I do. So for sure, go check that video out. I even went outside. I was kind of doing some grounding and just talking about the root chakra. Give me a moment to pull this up. Please share this out too. I always need you guys to. Alright, we have a lot of incoming energy. I put out a little bit of an energy forecast this morning, but I didn't even include the solstice because that's kind of going to be its own report tomorrow, right? So I was starting to put out some powerful gateway days that we will go through together in December. We do have a lot kind of kicking off, starting with a full moon the 11th, which is in Gemini. A lot of you guys can vibe with that element, right? We're here daydreaming up a new reality. So this energy shift in particular will be giving us a chance to kind of create something new, bringing us a new beginning. Let's see. On the 12th, we have a powerful gateway. I do have an event on this page for the 12th because it's going to be huge. So I have 2 December events on this page. We have a 12-12 gateway. That is powerful for your love life and healing. It's going to be bringing some of the most powerful energy, through the month that day. If you guys have not signed up for the event that I'm doing on 12-12, there is an event on this page with a link. You have to sign up through my site though. A lot of people are missing these gateway kind of transmissions I'm doing, and they're very powerful. We are going to go into the solstice on, I believe between the 21st and 23rd, it depends, right? It's a little bit later. We're going to experience the solstice as well, which is a very powerful energy gateway. And then we move forward to Christmas, which a lot of you guys celebrate. And we're going to be having a powerful eclipse coming the 25th and the 26th as well. So you can see that we're going to go on quite a roller coaster ride this month energetically, and that will be the wave that will be taking us into 2020. We also see that there are a lot of powerful things that will be unfolding in 2020. This is kind of a gateway year for me as well. I've been waiting a minute for us to reach 2020 because we're kind of getting somewhere finally with this ascension. Let's see. So for 2020, we have Saturn and Pluto are going to be colliding and making a conjunction. This is powerful. The last time that they met up and collided would be 1983, I believe. A lot of you guys might even been living here during that time and working off karma this entire time, right? We have Pluto, god of the underworld, meeting up with Saturn, ruler of karma, and we see that that's kind of a theme around here, that this past 2 years we've been releasing and purging and kind of letting go of a lot of karmic ties around here. So this is really a big alignment that is going to be kicking off January, and it's huge for what is happening collectively and politically as well. We can see that this is really going to be either helping clear or serve certain parties their karma. And so we can see it's really having a big impact on these systems and structures as well. I will be putting a different energy report out talking about the solstice energy. I also am going back to Stonehenge for this solstice. I have an event on this page for that as well. If you guys are trying to participate or get activated, make sure that you do sign up for that through my website. My link is above. My link is above. If you guys didn't get a card, you need a reading, come hit up my site. I do activations. I teach energy healing classes. I am also putting out a calling for some more students. So if you guys have not been attuned to Reiki or have not, gotten into some type of energy healing at this point, I highly recommend you checking out my Reiki classes that I do. I do a ton of them, from Yusai Reiki to things like Dragon Reiki, right? Lemurian activations, things like that. Mary D. Santiago. Indigo child, you are an indigo. Inspire, heart, dialogue, action, passion, and community. And we came here with that element of the warrior. I like to think of the indigos, myself included, as the ultimate system busters. Sometimes that's not appreciated when we go through these places and are dismantling them as we go. But know that you are a powerful soul, you're tuned into much higher frequencies, and you're able to perceive more of what is really there. There's a lot of starseeds incarnate during this time, which are able to perceive, different kind of bandwidths or frequencies of information that not everyone is, tuned into. So you're accessing a lot of information. Johnny Brugier. Observe. Loving eyes see all. See the truth. Take a step back. Sometimes we get so immersed in our reality that we're kind of immersed in it. We need to kind of take a step back to get more perspective, right? We tend to kind of go through the same routines, trying to create the same things. Time to take a step back. Work on your third eye more too. Jessica Johnson. Cosmic self. You're a cosmic being. Stay confident in your truth. And your truth is really powerful in all of this. We came here with past information, past knowledge that we thought could kind of assist and serve the collective in whatever way. Sometimes speaking your truth can be very magnetic to people. You can see that just from me doing my feeds that tend to draw a lot of people to me. Find your truth. Latoya Jordan. Love it. Resolution. Old timelines are collapsing, insights, higher self-embodiment, and expression. And I just did a video, like I said, in Awakening to Ascension. I was talking about some of these kind of structures and systems as we know them to be kind of falling in or falling away. Maybe there's just not a need for them. So we're going through a big transition. The next 7 years will be, powerful in anchoring into the new as well. So we're kind of going through this transition. Know that you're exactly where you should be. We're always right where we should be. We're being divinely guided, whether we like it or not. The experiences that we're having are necessary and needed for this ascension. Kendra Brown. Vision of unity. Focus on the light. Right to see. Releasing illusion. Pineal activation. Keep working on your third eye. It's always been my intention in doing all of this to bring together the awakened. It's always been my intention. If you go see the groups I do, I'm always trying to bring all the light workers together because I know that it's powerful. And that, when we're in that state of separation, it really just disempowers us. Us coming together, it creates such a powerful vibration, such a powerful energy. So there is a need for us to come back to oneness, to unity during this time. Lisa Mancini. Oh, it's freezing here too. If you guys are, in the snow, if it's getting cold outside, still get some fresh air. We get a little cooped up that time of year when it's snowing and we're always inside. Even if you're just staging your house and opening your windows more, getting outside, getting more fresh air. Make sure you're getting some airflow in your houses too, even if it's for a few minutes. It really will help you though. Lisa, Lemurian shaman. So you could be feeling disconnected from nature. You really, get a power from nature. It doesn't surprise me. I like to think that I'm visiting Elemental Island, a place of, elemental dimensions and realms here in the United Kingdom. So it doesn't surprise me that I'm drawing souls that, are very powerful in their connection with Gaia, with nature as well. You have that powerful connection. Shadow dissolving in a gazic truth, going beyond fear, initiation. Let go of fear. It's always our biggest obstacle around here. It's also our biggest obstacle in how we create as well. Really connect with the earth more during this time, though. I know it's snowing, even if you're, going and building snowmen, getting outside, playing outside. Sammy Mulcairn. Light language, universal language of oneness, to love, listen with our heart. If any of you guys felt that when we were asleep we were kind of disconnected from our angelic assistance, we probably were having so many issues with our heart chakras. Now that we're going through this spiritual awakening, we're going through a heart chakra expansion, which is kind of putting us back online to be able to tune in and listen to our angels. Angels generally communicate via light language, codes, telepathy, things like that. So as we're working on our heart chakra, we're going to become, better and better receivers for those angelic messages, divine messages that we're receiving. Keep working on your heart chakra. Elisa Cummings Perante. Divine Feminine. Receive your birthright, unconditional love. And we do have some healing to do with the Divine Feminine. We could see where, it's been affecting everything. When you disempower the feminine, it disempowers the masculine. We're all interconnected. So, there is a certain degree of healing that we need to do. A lot of you guys that are women might have, stepped into this planet in a lot of victim mentality programming. We can see that kind of reflected in a lot of people's relationships where people didn't heal their childhood patterns or traumas and then began to attract partners that were toxic for them in their dating life or things like that. So signs we need to heal more. I like to think of, the disempowered feminine or the wounded feminine as kind of being in that victim mentality, right? So when we heal, we kind of step into that place of empowerment. Linda Bonham. Good. Make sure you guys share this out too. Linda, heaven on earth, you're invited. This is for everyone. This is your invitation. Like if you're a little kid and you're 5 and you get the little Valentine's Day cards or your invitations to go somewhere. This is your invitation to the new earth. You are all being invited. Everyone was. Not everyone will choose to change and to ascend. And the thing is that the earth is changing. The earth is making its own evolution and changing. And if we don't evolve, if we don't change and adapt to these new energies and new frequencies, we might have a very hard time, or it may not even be able to continue to exist kind of in this place. So it's very important that we're changing, we're evolving, we're growing, we're expanding with these energies. Nicole Goddard, thank you. Cosmic Heart Source, source of all, true home, just be heart connection. Keep working on your heart chakra. We have a lot of things that are kind of coming to the surface and being released. Keep working on your heart chakra. Sammy Mulkaren. Rising to Pleiadian frequencies. Sacred bond. Healing clears space for higher energies. And we are adjusting to galactic frequencies. I don't know that these kind of frequencies have been on this planet, right? Since the beginning of this cycle. So this is really, or even the end of last one. So these are very powerful energies that are once again kind of affecting this planet. You do have a connection as a Pleiadian starseed. Things that we should be further exploring as well. Susan Madison. The Last Cloak. Release old identities. Magnificence realized. We have been kind of finding ourselves time and time again, whether it was jobs that really weren't for us, right? Things we tried out, playing characters in our own story, whether it was like a job that you did and didn't really like. We've been kind of shifting and moving around and finding ourselves and kind of exploring different possibilities here. You should really know who you are now. Aside from that kind of ego role, you should know what you like, what you're into. So make sure you're being very authentic. Melissa Mitchell. Blu-ray being. Direct divine expression. Bridge between dimensions. We really become a gatekeeper between dimensions once we awaken. In fact, we're choosing and allowing people into our versions of reality too as we're creating them. Pay attention to the vibrations and frequencies you're getting about your friends and people around you too, because as you're changing, your connections are needing to change too. So some of you guys are going to see a lot of transition when it comes to your friends and family and people around you, simply because you're changing and evolving. So your friendships should as well. So a lot of you guys are kind of going through a lot of transformation with the relationships around you too, or are about to in 2020. Just kind of flow with it. Wendy Grilly. Way of Pearls. Liminal space. New energies. Time of growth. We're going through a fast transformation. We're going through so much of an evolutionary jump so fast. So we have a lot happening at once. Take good care of your body too, going through this transition. Rachel May Farr. Portholes, doorways into the now, letting go of the warrior. And you know, we've been in that kind of warrior fight or flight stage for far too long. It's part of kind of being an indigo. We need to step into these new energies of peace now that are kind of hitting the planet. Make sure you're, you know, in a peaceful state within. Laura Burns Bloss. Manifest, co-creation, gratitude, divine alignment, joyful visions. Make sure that you're focused on manifesting with these new energies. It's really easy to come knock things down and destroy things, right? It's really easy to come knock over what someone is creating or working for. It's a little bit harder to create, right? You can see that with little kids. They tend to be kind of destructive at first until they kind of learn that they're here to create. So, you know, it really takes more effort to be creating the new. It's time to stop looking back, whether at your own life or what is left of these old systems crumbling. It's time to stay really aligned with what it is you're creating in your own life, where you want to be, what you want to see. Stay focused on the new. Camilla Tyler. Flow. Release control, divine will, oceanic consciousness. We have an entire wave of energy starting to come in tonight as well. So, you know, while I was talking about astrology of December, I didn't even really get into galactic energies and things like that. So we have a lot of galactic energy that's coming in as well that we're learning how to flow with for the first time in a very long time. Just kind of flow with it. We're noticing that, you know, we usually suffer when we try to resist what the universe wants of us, when we're trying too hard to kind of go down our own path. Just kind of surrender, let go, release. The universe is guiding you and probably has bigger and better plans for all of us. Ruth Fernandez. Star connection, guidance from the stars, galactic self, unified field. You know, once we can reach a high enough frequency, we're going to be able to do things like communicate with our star family, right? Receive guidance that way. Extraterrestrial kind of downloads. You do have that galactic connection. The best thing I found for kind of fine-tuning those connections are to continue to work at raising your vibrational frequency. How do we do that? Let go of the things that are weighing you down. Is your job stressful? Things that are stressing you out, you know, kill your joy. Let go of those things and watch how fast you kind of rise up. More letting go of the things no longer bringing you joy or no longer serving you. Danielle Stewart. Crystal child, your natural core, pure innocence, removing falsehood and seer. You know, a lot of you guys were very energetically sensitive or psychically sensitive as children, and it might not have felt so great on this planet in such low frequencies. And now as the frequencies are going up, a lot of you guys are just now finding yourselves or feeling like yourselves at this point. It's been kind of a long journey for us all to get here. We've put in so much work to be at this place, you know, making this spiritual ascension. We are crystallizing. Our actual human body is changing. You know, I wish that we lived in a world where our governments and science would actually disclose what is actually occurring on this planet, but it has either yet to catch up or there is a lot that is being withheld from humanity. But our actual human body is changing. We can see that, where we're going from that carbon base to a crystalline consistency. So, you know, we are changing. You can look at the properties of crystals and see how powerful that they are. We can probably remember that from past incarnations, such as Atlantis as well. And that's where our human body is doing. It is once again kind of crystallizing to those properties. So we're becoming powerful. We need to be much more careful with our thoughts, the things we're focusing on, our intentions. Cindy Palokala. Depths of love. Let go of fear and jump into love. Let go of attachments. It's time to open up to more love. A lot of you guys have had a hard job. I feel that even when we had this layer of amnesia and we're disconnected so much from ourselves, it wouldn't matter remembering yourself or not. You're bringing a certain frequency to this planet, right? we're kind of emitting a certain amount of light into these places. So a lot of you guys had a really hard time kind of, you know, adapting to this place. I believe that there are opposing forces that are working hard to try to stop. We have where that is no longer possible, and so we really just need to kind of focus on love to bring the final pieces of all this together. More love, more heart chakra work. Christine Starcy Marie. Cosmic circles. Create sacred space. Embrace unlimited possibilities. And you know, you are sacred geometry, perfect in every way, right? The new divine human template. It's time to see yourself free of the judgments. Time to let go of any types of negativity and how we see ourselves. Time to see ourselves as divine and such an intricate piece of art. Stephanie Gibson. Key to your freedom. Healed inner child. Create inner safety. Self-kindness. We have more work to do in healing our inner child. Why do our, you know, childhood lessons affect us so much? Because you're getting a glimpse into your past Akashic through the lessons that you've had. It's kind of karma coming up for closure, so it tends to affect us deeply. We also have this disconnect that this guy over here is separate from me. This isn't me. This isn't my lessons. That's just some guy over here, or that's their problem. And we have been disconnected from, you know, the core of our oneness and how everything is interconnected. Every lesson that you've ever realized is you as well, right? So we're kind of getting back to this space of healing, more inner child healing. It can be hard because our ego will string together your entire life to try to make sense of it for you, having zero pieces to the puzzle. So we have this big picture that sometimes we can't access. Some people can. Some people are accessing small parts of this area of consciousness. Some people are accessing none of it. Doesn't matter. Your ego will piece together the perfect narrative of why everything happened to you, why you experienced it. That has nothing to do with your current version of reality. It's just kind of your brain or your mind trying to make sense of what you've been through when we don't really see the big picture while we're here going through this. More inner child healing. You could probably really benefit from a reading so you could get more information as to maybe some of the experiences you went through as well. Nicole J. Boltonek, Gemini here. Perfect. You'll be in your element with the next moon. Nicole, forgiveness, see the bigger picture, trust and heal. And we have come together during this time to heal. And I believe it will be what brings everyone back to oneness as well. We can kind of see that occurring. Stephanie Gibson. Ellen of the Ways. Attune to nature signs. Find your way. Follow your heart. More getting outside. More connecting with nature. It's really powerful in us kind of bringing this all together. Maureen Molina. Know yourself. Meditate. Who am I? The veil is leaving, right? What is the veil? I like to think of it as our ego. What blocks us, right, from the other realm and accessing these things? A lot of times it is ego, these veils that we talk about, these spiritual realms between dimensions and things like that. More work on your heart, crown chakra too. A lot of times meditation, getting outside, fresh air, I'm big on plant medicine, I'm not allowed to say that. Plant medicine, eating more fruits, more veggies, things like that are all really good for your crown chakra. D.I. Monte. Opening the heart, right to love and be loved, heart healing. We're doing a lot of heart chakra healing, especially if you guys are tuning into the collective and where everyone is at. So we have more heart chakra work to do. Your heart chakra is also a portal or a gateway into other many places, past lives as well. Carrie Taylor. Blessings beyond the soul path. Honor all life. Exchange of joy without karma or sacrifice. We're going to have to change our eating habits. It's not something I really want to get into right now, but a lot of you guys are feeling a pull to get into more organic, healthier foods. Maybe ditching the meat, ditching the sugar, ditching things that are bad for you. Maybe switching off of the salt, right? Table salt. Things like that. A lot of you guys are feeling a pull to take better care of yourselves. We're realizing that. I like to think the third dimensional body type must run on GMO food, right? The third dimensional body type was previously running on a lot of GMO kind of food that isn't even food, it's just food-like products. And we're realizing that, you know, as we're activating our light body and making this spiritual ascension into the fifth dimensional body type, that we're not able to put all that garbage into our body. There will be kind of a vibrational mismatch. So a lot of you guys are feeling a pull to kind of eat better foods. Yes, we need to be consciously aware of the karmic energy that we are kind of putting into and taking into our bodies, whether it is through our food or through our relationships. Susan Madsen. Tree of Life, Circle of Life, clear energies and channel. Keep working on your energy. It's how we're going to master all of this. If you really want to learn how to master your reality, you're going to have to learn how to master your energy, we're finding. Keep working on your energy. We are being cleared as channels. You can see that if you put the work in, like with me, right? If you put the work in, you can go really far with this stuff. And you can tell who's doing the inner work and not doing the work, because a lot of people are being singled off and separated from our paths, making this ascension. So if you actually will, you know, put some energy into yourself and invest in yourself, you can go so far with this spiritual ascension. So this is going to take a certain level of discipline, right? I was having some really bad times a few years ago, and I was told, you know, if this was so easy, everyone would ascend into a rainbow light body around here, and not everyone is. So we need to realize that this is really contingent on the amount of work and the amount of time and energy we're willing to invest in ourselves. Glory Martin. Purity. You are pure. Open your spiritual eyes. Keep working on your third eye. We can tell that these solar, we'll just say solar winds are really having an effect on our third eyes as well. So, you know, we're getting a lot of solar energy flying around here that is affecting our third eye. We're going through a lot of upgrades with that chakra. You guys know I do third eye activations on my site as well. Judy Stainberry. Dolphins. Play. It's okay to relax. Smile again. Share your flow. You ever feel like we just get in so much in our routine that we forget to play? You know, a lot of this ascension is getting back to our childlike essence. Having fun. Oh my God, what can lift and shift your vibration more than anything? Having fun, right? Have more fun, play. A lot of you guys are conscious parenting as well, and that is meant to heal your inner child, right? That is meant to kind of break the chains of karma, to heal any type of family issues you might have had growing up by giving you an opportunity to clear that karma and to kind of heal it. Rick Larkham. Expression. Authentic expression. Words are powerful and truth. I know, things I'm learning to work with too. We know our thoughts are powerful because they're creating our reality. Well, words are too. I always throw this out there almost every video now, that in ancient Egyptian times it wasn't like there here where present day we just throw around words and say whatever comes to our mind or whatever, or you know, things like that. They knew that our words were so powerful that every one of them were affecting our reality, and that all words are magic. I like when I see like some of these movies and things coming out where they act like you need a spell book and you need some type of ritual for magic, and they're always like, oh my God, I can't do the spell, I need to go get a spell book from someone or something like that. We need to realize that all of our words are very powerful, and they're not just affecting us. I think that, you know, we're realizing we're one and we're affecting other people's realities. You know, this could be an ability as well, too, though. We're meant to be shaping the new earth with these words that we're speaking. So take care with your words. You're really a powerful manifester. You are creating for yourself and other people as well. Paula Berg, awakening. Know who you are. DNA activation. Keep working on your DNA. I know that these energies are assisting us with this process, but the more, you know, intention and internal work we do into this, the faster that we can kind of activate. Keep working on your DNA. It's really powerful in kind of unlocking your potential, becoming more multi-dimensional. Paul Max. Love it. Sending love to Paul. Fire of transformation. Radical purification. Violet flame. Surrendering. Resurrection. I like that this eclipse in December is called the Ring of Fire eclipse, right? And everyone's like, oh my God, the fire. Because, you know, they've taught everyone that in Christianity the fire is hell and bad. And, you know, but it is an energy. The elements are an energy. And that fire is meant to purify us. We know that the violet flame is powerful in healing and purifying us as well. So there is a certain degree of fire energy kind of flowing around. Know that we are kind of making that ascension or rising out of the ashes of that fire once again. Powerful elements. You're being purified. Bree Diane Wade. Family of light, signs, guidance, innate and ancient wisdoms, and you're always being guided, whether, you know, you're seeing number codes, synchronicities, your angels are always trying to get your attention. It could be like random encounters and it just seems very divine, or something sent to you that you needed, things like that. The universe is always reaching out to you. You are so loved, you're being guided. It's time that we just kind of let go and learn how to trust the universe as well. We see that we have to really work on kind of anchoring into this trust with the universe as well. Know that you're loved though, and you're right where you should be. Let's see. Stephanie Gibson. Surrender. Release misaligned energies. Reattune to your truth. And I think that, you know, 2020 will be a year of us surrendering and learning how to release and just kind of go with the flow and having more fun around here. We've had a very serious 2 years of a lot of cleansing and purging and releasing as we're learning how to integrate these ascension energies. Well, this month we should be feeling a lot more anchored into these energies where we can really learn how to flow in them, right? So really just kind of surrender to what is occurring. Elisa Cummins Perante. Star children, no veils, psychically different, cosmic inspiration and light. I'd like to think that a lot of you guys are star seeds, and you know, sometimes we find other star seeds and we're like, oh, there's someone else like me, right? Sometimes we're drawing other star seeds to us. I like to think of that feed a lot like this. Put out vibrations for your soul family to find you, your soul tribe to find you. You have a really powerful third eye. Keep working with that gateway. If anyone's in their mind a lot, I know, right? Well, we can look at anxiety, right? Overthinking. Things like anxiety, signs you might be in your mind a lot. Maybe just overthinking a lot. Maybe just thinking a lot. Well, those are signs that you're actually a powerful manifester. So we need to kind of fine-tune the things we're thinking about. So if you have a really strong third eye, signs you're a really good manifester. Mo Sass. Cities of Light. Telos, Adalma, Inner Earth, Etheric Retreats, Family of Light. A lot of you guys are feeling a pull to work with the ley lines. I was talking about that in my last video this morning. A lot of you guys are feeling a pull to get out there and to work with these ley lines. You know, these are things that are coming back to us during this time that have been hidden for a really long time. So these ley lines and these, you know, energy points of the earth are very powerful. Try to get outside more. Wahida Panchu. Earth and air. Stabilization, physical integration, and mental clearing. We know that we need to stay positive. I woke up and I kind of started to get into this stuff very fast, right? Getting prepared for my mission, kind of going through this awakening, and I really realized, like, oh my God, our thoughts are creating our reality. And I was learning about the law of attraction, and I was like, oh my God, because, you know, I have so much negativity going on in my mind. It was just kind of how I was programmed. And I feel that, you know, once we wake up and kind of learn how the universe really works, we have a lot of work to do with just simply staying positive and the things that we're thinking about. Definitely, you know, thinking about things we want, staying positive, that is one way that we can completely transform our experiences, the things that we're drawing to us. Jamie Taylor. Heart of Ascension, expansion, love for all, playfulness, release the past. You know, we need to be grateful for our past because it's given us all of our experiences that have shaped us into who we are, as well as all of the information and knowledge that we're coming back to. But we're not meant to be living in the past. In fact, if you try to go backwards or try to go back in time, usually it doesn't work so good. We find those places no longer exist. They're only real in our memory. Time to let go. Time to anchor fully into the now, to stay kind of aligned with where it is that we're headed. And so I know that we had a lot of things that we went through in the past, but, you know, only good things are coming, right? Only good things are coming. I only have good news about this ascension, like, oh my God, you know, and it's only good stuff. So stay aligned with the now, be present in the moment. Let's see, Lori Martin. Peace beyond survival, peacemaker through inner peace, resolving ancient splits. And you know, we're healing not just ourselves, we're healing an entire family line. We have many ancestors that are guiding us and have an interest in our journey here now. We're kind of completing their story, right? Continuing their story. The healing that you're doing with yourself is so powerful. It is not only going to liberate yourself on a spiritual and soul level, it will liberate, you know, every person that came before you in your family line. So this is powerful work that we're gathering together to do now. Sandy Wu, time to rest, restore, time out for you, nature, shamanic signs. Oh, but we can never find time for that. Try to get outside some more anyway. I know a lot of you guys are learning how to balance the spiritual and the material, or raising kids, or doing, you know, your jobs, or whatever it is that you do. I know everyone's kind of busy during this time with this paradigm we're all kind of living in, but make more time for yourself, even if it's just like going outside and meditating for a few minutes, getting some more fresh air. Make sure you're right, saging your energy, maybe taking a nap, right? Take some more time for yourself. Make sure you're grounding too. It will help restore your energy. Let's see, Justine Arlotta, Ships of Light. Beam up your vibration, open to star family. I'm kind of waiting for a moment, but we know that there is a galactic hand that is assisting us behind the scenes. And we're seeing a lot of, let's just say, spaceships floating around more and more as well. And I believe that, you know, more and more is being disclosed as we can handle it, you know, both individually and collectively. And we're going to see a lot more of this presence, and maybe even a possible landing on this planet and a galactic merger that is going to occur. You know, from the things that I have either, you know, heard about or seen or resonate with about the new Earth, we can kind of think of it as a place where it would be very galactic in nature. You're definitely a starseed. Let's see. Tracy Inani. Nurture. Self-healing Ruby Ray, birthing the new Earth. And you know, you have such a connection with the feminine as well as those Magdalene energies. Donna K. Brannon, good morning. Earth Angel. Kindness, sensitivity is strength, higher perspective, divine abilities. We don't know what other people are going through, right? We see that while this energy be making, you know, hopefully people nicer. That isn't always the case, but we don't know what people are experiencing or going through, or what it is that is making them irritable or grumpy, or if some people are just having a bad day. You know, a lot of people tend to take these things personally, like someone snaps at them on Facebook and they're like, oh my God, someone's attacking me. And it probably isn't the case. It could just be someone, you know, being bitchy or having a bad day. We need to learn how to take things less personally. You know, we are here kind of on these divine missions. Simply be nicer to people. That's what a lot of these kind of religious texts and spiritual things are trying to teach people. Like, we can look at a lot of, you know, the Christ teachings as well, trying to teach people to simply be nicer to each other, that we're all interconnected, we're all one. So if we make someone else feel bad, then probably someone else will make us feel bad later. There is a karmic reaction to every reaction that we have. So try to treat people a little bit kinder during this time. I like to say this planet is like a pressure cooker right now. And it's only going to get more and more intense energetically. So, you know, people are experiencing a lot. People are getting a lot of lessons. Just try to be nicer to people. It can really help someone more than you know. Let's see. Debbie Appleby. angelic ones. Divine healing is upon you, divine grace and divine guidance, and you have such a powerful angelic connection. And I know that we all have angels and guides, but some people are bringing these gifts and abilities with them from past experiences. So you have such an angelic connection. Make sure that you are working with the archangels and different angels as well. Let's see. Bryden Savio de Sousa. Well of dreams, creation, visions, messages, dissolve the veil, bliss, and dreams. Keep on working on your third eye. You probably are having a lot of things happen in other dimensions, whether it is, the dream states, astral realms, things like that. So you have a lot of abilities that are coming back online fast. Keep working on your third eye. I really think it's important that we're sharing our own experiences with this ascension and this awakening too, because we're kind of in uncharted territories. This planet has never, ever had a mass global awakening where we attempt to transition this entire planet in one shot into higher levels of consciousness. While there were certain groups that could have made spiritual ascensions, on this planet, we've never done it or attempted it as a collective whole. So we are in uncharted territory. A lot of you guys are also, like I said, conscious parenting. This is also something that hasn't been attempted for a very long time on this planet. So we're in uncharted territory. We have a lot that is occurring with the physical body, with our mind, with our soul during this time. And so it's really helpful if you guys can share your experiences. So that, because we each kind of have a piece of this puzzle. So if we're sharing our experiences, we kind of have a reference of what other people are going through. It can really help people. We're going to have to find our voice in doing this as well. So work on speaking your truth. It can help more people than you know. Rose Ursino Kaladi, you are sovereign. Right to choose, immunity to hooks. And like I said, there is a karmic cleansing that has been occurring on this planet for a while. A lot of you guys are kind of following that soul pull, following this soul compass that is leading us along, and it is trying to liberate you, to completely free yourself. Formerly in the third dimension, love looked a lot like control dramas, exchanges for the material, things like that. And now we're going to be stepping into these new fifth dimensional templates of love, which are based on unconditional love, right? Nothing in return, just simply loving another soul, things like that. So we have a lot of dynamics that are kind of shifting and moving around. Rhonda Clark. Joy of life, trust, open your hand, share, let go. Time to release the things that are weighing us down. We hold on to so much, right? And I'm like that going into these past places with my own journey and my own soul too, where I tend to spend a lot of time, processing things that didn't even happen this life and things like that. I'm always kind of going into these areas, and I realize, that kind of can weigh us down as well. Time to let these things go. There is a reason why our soul has chosen to forget and to experience something new this incarnation, right? We're like, well, why can't I remember this stuff? There is a reason why. Just be yourself. Be in this experience. Try to have more fun. Try to let go of, your past lessons too. They're just things weighing us down, or unhealed issues at this point if we're carrying them around and kind of dragging them with us on this journey. Let's see. Donna K. Brannon. Divine blueprint, source self-embodiment, inspiration, you're ready. And we're kind of getting back to our divinity, which has kind of been withheld and disconnected from all of us. We're getting back to our divine essence. This whole experience was not about your lessons. That's why it's silly to get hung up on them. It was always about you just getting shaped into the person you're meant to be. So through you observing these experiences you have had, they have shaped you into a certain person that you are now. You're getting back to that divine essence, and any type of impurities, bad qualities, they will be taken out of you during this process. That is like the ultimate spiritual or soul alchemy as well. Kendra Brown. Healing, gentleness of love, realignment, transformation, more healing. Brian Feliciano, you are the storm and you're doing beautiful work. It's okay to feel it, cleanse, collapse into the old, realignment. And, we're realizing that we're going to have to kind of be flowing in these storms and making our own storms around here. Lauren Anderson. Integration. Forgive yourself and others. Reunion. Let go of defenses. Open the door. We're integrating a lot of energy, and we're going to continue to going through 2020 as well. And it's affecting us on many levels. Pay attention to the things that are coming to the surface that need to be healed or released. Right? We should have a really good idea, especially after just progressing past Mercury retrograde, of what we have left to heal. Hopefully that Mercury retrograde gave you some insight on if you're still kind of carrying around, and I call it garbage, past debris, past garbage. This is garbage that we need to let go of and purge out of us. And we're always so hard on ourselves. How come you could have had something 10 years ago happen with your friend and you'd be like, oh, it's cool, who cares, right? You would have got over it. But when it's with ourselves, right? Why are we so hard on ourselves? Why are we carrying around this stuff still? So pay attention to the things that are coming up while you're making this ascension that need to be kind of furtherly healed. A lot of you guys incarnated into some interesting family lines, we will just say. That is because you guys volunteered to come heal these dynamics. That in you releasing these lessons and these experiences, you're healing those family lines as well. Martha L. Ferrante. Breathing, ground, feel sensations, purity, clarity, and expression. It's a really good day to get grounded into nature today. It was like my video topic, my last video. More grounding, more being in the now, more just kind of enjoying the energy as it's coming in. Try to get outside. I'm going to try to go back outside. I was just outside. Try to go outside. Try to get some fresh air. Try to stay grounded. It will really help. Nisha Malharta. Yes, and I love the question. Nisha asks, will there be success in my financial situation? And you get the abundance card. Fullness of source, enough for all, open. For sure, you're going to have some positive financial changes coming. I believe the entire planet is about to, and that there will be a type of new currency or reset that is occurring. I have to go because it's the mail. But my link is above if you need me.